Excuse me, do you know why we pulled you over today? Exactly, it's because you're not subscribed. So you better fix that right now, or we're gonna have to take you in! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the First Click Show. Yeah, on First Clicks. You are tuned in to the only Apple news show on YouTube with dark mode. Let's get it. Today we have two separate episodes, one about the iPhone and one about the Mac. The one you're watching right now is about the news regarding iPhone. But at the end of the video you will see a small card referring to the other video about the Mac, Apple Silicon Macs. There is so much going on. Let's just click straight into this one because man, I have a lot to tell you. With this first story coming in from Mac Rumors. Apple to make space for larger batteries in iPhones, iPads and MacBooks by adopting slimmer peripheral chips. Now we all know that batteries on the iPhone have been good, but could be better. For future iPhones, iPads and MacBooks, Apple plans to use small internal components in an effort to increase the size of the device's battery, according to DigiTimes. Specifically, Apple plans to significantly increase the adoption of IPDs. These nuts! Or integrated passive devices for the peripheral chips in its products. These new chips will be slimmer in size and allow for higher performance while also taking up less internal space inside the device, allowing for larger batteries. Now, according to this article from Mac Rumors, there's not a lot of news about which chips are going to be replaced with this slimmer, more efficient, more whatever size chips. It is definitely interesting though, especially for future reference and future iPhones. For now, the iPhone 13 is not mentioned in this report from DigiTimes, so we expect it to be somewhere between the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 15 that this is probably going to show up first. But for now, if there are any updates to this story, definitely tune in here because we will keep you posted. The second story for today is coming in from Apple Track. Gurman, iPhone Fold still 2 or 3 years away. The rumor, Apple is actively working on a foldable iPhone, but it won't be coming anytime soon, according to Mark Gurman. On the topic of an iPhone that folds, I think Apple will eventually do it, but it will be at least 2 or 3 years away. I reported earlier this year that Apple has prototyped foldable iPhones, and personally I think an iPhone with a giant unfolding 7 or 8 inch screen would be the perfect device for me and a lot of people, Gurman says. Now, Apple Track also mentioned that a lot of other people with a good reputation on leaking are saying that the foldable iPhone is still 1 or 2 or 3 years away. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait for that one. I feel like Samsung is gonna come out with one this month, so let's see what happens there. I feel like the technology is still too young for something that is such a mass production of an iPhone, right? Because everyone is going to jump on that. It's going to be the new super cycle, and it's just not ready for that volume yet. But I can definitely see Apple coming up with some sort of workaround, some sort of technology wonder that is probably going to make it easier to manufacture them. Let's see what happens. Again, if there's anything to update about this story, you will see it here on First Clicks. And then story number 3 is coming in from Front Page Tech. iPhone 14. Here is how Apple plans to remove the notch. We have heard rumors from reliable leakers like Minchi Kuo suggesting how Apple plans to lose the notch next year, and we know of 2 possible ways to achieve this: under display Touch ID or Face ID. Now, according to this article from Front Page Tech, it should be possible for Apple to do this with a new patent that they got recently. So let's just check it out. Embedding an image sensor into a display in order to read a fingerprint or embedded Touch ID is the main focus of this patent. Patently Apple, the publication who spotted this, goes on to detail Apple's patent through this diagram. Figure 1a below depicts an electronic device that can incorporate a display stack suitable for true display imaging. Camera under display. Figure 1b depicts a simplified blank diagram of the electronic device showing various operational and structural components that can be included in an electronic device configured for true display imaging. Figure 6a above depicts an iPhone incorporating a display stack with a locally increased interpixel transmittance. Figure 6b depicts a MacBook incorporating a display stack with a locally increased interpixel transmittance supporting an under-display camera. So to be honest with you, I have no idea what I just said, but it is what the article said, and if I understand correctly, every single picture is showing how this would be technically possible for all these different devices. If you can do anything with that info, enjoy. Having both Face ID and Touch ID embedded into the display would be a way to make everyone happy. And it would also mean that Face ID could be embedded into Mac displays too, losing the need for them to have a wider bezel or notch. This would go back to Gurman's Sunday report about Face ID coming to Macs. I mean, Gurmies. What? So what this article is saying is not only relevant for the iPhone, obviously it's also relevant for the Mac, and it makes me really excited to see that Face ID could come to the Mac in a way that will be less visible, less obnoxious, less obnoxious. And obviously it just could happen sooner than we thought, and I can't wait to see that happen. Obviously Gurman already said they are working on it and it's just a few years away, so let's see what happens. For now, obviously, if you want to read the articles in its full context, in their full context, and at your own speed, then definitely look in the description. You will see the links there down below. And if you want to see our Mac special for today's episode, definitely click on the card right here, right now. For now, obviously, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Click on.